All right, YouTube. So what I want to talk about today is something that I failed miserably at yesterday. Feeling a little bit of guilt, and so I decided to make a video since we're in the full holiday swing right now on how to avoid the holiday fluff. So one of the most important things, I'm going to give you about like 5 tips that I believe are the easiest to really try to avoid the fluffiness, the puffiness, because you're gonna go to holiday parties, you're gonna have time with your friends and families, and you're gonna indulge. And honestly, that's okay to do. But if you follow these 5 tips, it will definitely make it a lot easier for you to avoid the puffiness, like I said. So, tip number 1, if you're going to go to a party or something later where you're going to have a lot of food around, a lot more sweets, carbs than usual, then what you want to do is try fasting in the morning. If you're going to the party at 3 o'clock, say from the time that you wake up, you do nothing but drink a ton of water. You can have coffee, even some BCAAs, that's okay, which are branched chain amino acids, in case you don't know. And then once you do go to the party or the event at say 3 or 5 o'clock, you'll be able to fit in more food than normal there, and it would be about the same amount that you would have in your whole day from fasting. So that's definitely one of the top things I've done before in the past when I need to, except for last night. It was not good. But all right, and the second thing is drinking tons of water. Obviously, I know you probably hear this all the time, but people do not drink as much water as they should. And another key factor about water is it's better to drink water before and after your meals. They've said that drinking too much during your meals is not the best thing to do. So try to get a lot in the morning. That's what I do. Like, I wake up and I try to take all my vitamins, drink my coffee, and I drink as much as I can up until the time I go to work out. And then that way in the evening, I'm not having to get all my water in last minute. So another one of the things you want to do is tip number 3. If you are going to be eating more sugars and carbs and sweets, which are mostly around during these times in the year, and you don't want to miss out, obviously you don't want to overdo it, but if you want to enjoy them still, make sure you fit them around your meal where there's other proteins and fiber in those meals. Because if you're eating it on its by itself and you're just kind of grazing on sugars and sweets without having a meal before or after it, it's just going to spike your insulin and you're going to be able to gain more body fat at that point. So whenever you're going to snack and reach for some M&Ms or some cake or some popcorn like I did last night, try to make sure it's around your meal. And that goes into me talking about tip number 4. It's going to be to make sure you don't consume carbs and fats together. So a carb meaning bread, pasta, cookies, and a fat meaning avocado, salmon, butter, oils, any type of fatty meat. If you don't put them together, it's a lot better for your physique. So if you're going to have a higher fat meal, try to leave the carbs out until a later meal. So that's always another one to do. And my last tip for you guys, number 5, it's pretty simple. It's just don't stuff yourself on one meal, not all one. So leave some time, kind of split some meals up later on in the day so that you're not just gorging and having one huge meal, because more than likely all the other tips I just told you are not going to be able to happen. So I hope this video helped you guys. I think it's something that's really important and, like I said, really simple to do in order to try to stay a little bit leaner and not so puffy this time of the year. And hopefully I will take my own advice on this next week also. All right, thank you guys.